Live.
We're live. Beautiful. All right, guys. So let's do take two here. So today we're talking about why you feel like you're shadow banned on Instagram. And you're probably not, to be honest with you. It's just the algorithm's changing a lot. Everyone's posting social media content, and you are just following what the trends are and what other people are doing, and you're not being authentically yourself to differentiate you from everybody else. And so what a lot of people do is they see something that's working for another creator or another person, and they think, well, if that's working for that person, let me just follow what they're doing. And what begins to happen is when you scroll through Instagram in our industry, every hair picture looks the same. Every tutorial looks the same. And it just blends in. So you're not shadow banned, you're not invisible. It's just that you're not different. You're not doing anything special. You're not saying, hey, look at me. I'm doing something magical. I'm doing something wonderful. You should follow me. You should save this post. It's unique advice. And so where I feel like people, where they go wrong is they try to avoid any kind of controversy and they try to avoid standing out too much because you're not confident on what you're speaking about, on what you're doing. And when I say speaking, yes, you should be speaking in your content. It's cool to post a picture. It's cool to do a voiceover, but clients want to see you. They want to trust you. They want to know what you stand for. They want to know why you shouldn't hand paint highlights in someone's hair if they're a level 4, because you're never going to get past a level 7 or an 8 and they're going to be stuck at orange. Why foils are better. Now, that's what I did. I was never a big balayage, hand painting, hair painting person. I felt that you get maximum lift by using a foil. And everyone wanted to disagree with me. And everyone was like, no, you could hand paint, you could paint. And then what happened was people are like, you can't hand paint because everyone started bitching about being stuck at a brassy level. So what do? They started foiling the shit out of the hair or teasing the shit out of the hair and then putting everything in a foil. So essentially you're just doing foils anyway. And when I did that, I started speaking to, and this is when I was a hairstylist, by the way, I started speaking to all the people who were frustrated with how their hair was turning out because they would call the salon, ask for a balayage, right? You as a stylist would hear them say balayage. So that's what you did. That's the technique that you used on them. They wanted highlights. So a lot of times in your content, if you truly believe something and vice versa, if you believe balayage is the way to go, talk about it. Talk about how it's better than foils. Then the people who want that type of look and believe in that kind of service will migrate to you. And I'm saying this because you want people to believe in what you're saying. You want them to be like, wow, I agree with that person. I'm going to save this video. I'm going to save this picture. I'm going to share it with a friend. So when you're looking at your metrics, when it comes to Instagram, if you're posting every day and you're not getting engagement, you have to ask yourself, why aren't I getting engagement? Instagram wants to show your content to as many people as they can. So they start showing it to an array of people. And if no one's engaging with it because it sucks, they're not going to show it to anyone else. That platform is designed to keep you engaged and hooked so they can show more ads to people. And if your content isn't good enough for them to distribute across all the billions of users, they're not going to do it. So it has nothing to do with Instagram, has nothing to do with the algorithm or you being shadow banned. It has everything to do with who you are as a content creator. If you start treating this like a professional, you're going to get professional results. Now, there's somebody in my community who is doing phenomenal content creation. And I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to disclose her financial information. But last month, she's not even a content creator. She sells a product using social media. She got paid $11,000 from Facebook because of how viral her content went. Now, for some people, it's not a lot of money, but an extra 11 grand deposited in your account seems pretty cool. So it wasn't that she did anything special. She just shows up her authentic self and documents what she does behind the chair. And apparently a lot of people like it. So it goes viral. You could do the same thing, but you have to stop being scared. She puts herself out there all the time, every day. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to think like, wow, another job. This is so hard. No, you scroll on Instagram anyway. You're scrolling on TikTok and Facebook, whatever platform you're on. What stops you from scrolling? What catches your attention? And I don't care if it's like a food post. I don't care if it's a fitness post. I don't care if it's like a mom post because you're a new mom. Something captures your eye. Become a student of social media. Why did you stop? How did they space out their lettering? Was there a title card on that post? What did she say in the first 2 or 3 seconds of that post that got you to stop scrolling? Was there a physical hook? Like, did someone open a door, slam something down? Are they playing with something like in their hands? Are they pouring a glass of water in something? Is it ingredients? Are there fast cuts? So I want you to see what's stopping you. And then if you enjoy watching something, more than likely, you're going to enjoy making that type of content. Save it on your phone, find like a place to share it to, like another app. So you can now one day a week take a look at all the content you saved that really stopped you from scrolling and got your attention, and find the similarities in all of them. And then start creating or recreating, I should say, that content in your niche. So if you're a brow tech, if you're a lash tech, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a great cutter, or you're a great colorist, you could recreate that content, the same format in your in your in your area of service that you are trying to sell, and you're using social media to market for you. Now, as a salon owner, and this is a conversation I just had in the community. When you're creating content, you have two areas you want to focus on. Obviously, your salon, you want to get popular, right? You want to make sure people are learning about your salon, but you as an owner are a personal brand. You should be creating content that really does showcase your personality and what you stand for as an owner, because you want to attract the people who align with that vision and those values. So you're not hiring people that don't know what you're about. And then you've got this team that doesn't really align with who you are. When you start posting content with a position that you stand on. So if you, let's say, like I said before, with the whole highlighting thing and balayage thing, if you really love foiling and you don't like balayage at all, the balayage artists are probably not going to come work at your salon. Now, if you have clients, right? I'm sorry, if you have clients that love the way you do their hair, and you have a whole team of people that only like to paint, when you want to step away from behind the chair and you want to pass your clients off, do you think they're going to deliver the same result that you do? Probably not. So when you stand for something and you educate something, you teach something and you tell them why, not only hairstylists are going to start um, becoming magnetized by your content and wanting to join your team, clients now are like, oh, I love what that person's doing. I love what they're saying. They're so right. Now you're building clientele that also likes that service too. So when you want to step away from behind the chair, your stylists kind of have a very similar style that you have. And I'm not saying you need to make a mirror copy of you across every single stylist in your salon, but it's much easier to teach a team who aligns with what you believe in, who likes to do the style of highlighting that you do. And then it's much easier to pass your clients off to them because they can get the same result delivered by Jen, Sue, Barbara, Kate, Vanessa, whoever's in your salon when you decide that you had enough behind the chair. So your job as an owner is to create content and develop a personal brand so that every single person that watches it knows what your values are. They know what kind of salon you have, what kind of culture you have, and they know whether or not they're going to like working there just based on your content. And so from social media, you probably feel invisible because you're not putting yourself out there enough. And I'm sorry to say this, guys, but if you want to do business in now 2026, you're going to have to develop a personal brand, because AI, it's so easy to generate content with. You can edit photos now with any kind of app. So every picture is going to look the same. It's going to look flawless. Your reels are going to have the same songs as everybody else. But you know what you can't duplicate with AI? You, your personal opinion, your characteristics, what you stand for, what you believe in. So if you want to have a personal brand, if you want to develop something that's worth people saving, following, sharing, then make sure you're letting the world know what you believe in and what you stand for, and you won't be invisible anymore. It's going to be a little controversial. You're going to have to deal with a little bit of hate every now and then. Like, look at my content. Like, people hate on me all the time. Like, people really think that 1099s are illegal. And I get in debates with people about it literally at least once a week, because they're ignorant to the fact of how you should structure your business so they become legal. And because they listen to an accountant who has zero idea what they're talking about, they believe them. And then here I come saying that you're wrong. And then you tell me, well, you're not an accountant. So I do stand for something. And I get a lot of people in my world who know that there's a way to do it. And then they join my community and I teach them exactly how to do it. What else is keeping you from being shown on Instagram or social media? Typically, it's around the fear. Like it's that fear of putting yourself out there. What's the worst that can happen? You get made fun of by your friends? Do you know how much I get made fun of by my friends? Like I just went to dinner last week or the week before, and like I had to go to the bathroom, and someone was like, "What are you going to make a video?" They do it to me all the time. But do you know what they don't make fun of? My bank account. Do you want to know why? Because it's bigger than theirs. Do you want to know why that happened? Because I stopped being scared of posting on social media and I started being my authentic self and just showing up the way I felt that the world needed. I got tired of this industry being so weak and so against this culture of hard work. Everyone was talking about boundaries. Everyone's talking about how they should have weekends off. You can have weekends off after you deserve the right to have weekends off. But if you're trying to build a career, you're not going to take weekends off. You're going to have to work late. You're going to have to stop saying no to clients because they don't fit your perfect mold of your ideal client avatar. And you're going to have to start doing more people in order to make more money, to get more reviews, to get more social proof that you're the best at what you do. Then once you make enough money, you can become selective. But I started speaking about that, and a lot of people went against me. And then a lot of people were like, no, Nick, you're actually right. Because I took the advice of this coach and I created a 15-page application to become my client, and my whole entire book just went to shit. Well, guess what? Remove the friction. Clients can book appointments with you easily, and you'll get clients again. So I started speaking about that on social media, and I started speaking about how you should dress and how you should show up. And that got a ton of hate. People were telling me I was, what is the word? Like not chauvinistic. I don't even know the word that they called me, but it had to do with me being like a male, and I shouldn't be saying that in a female dominant industry. And I said to them, what if I was a female and I was a barber and I was bringing that up in the barber community? Would you have the same opinion then? And I got crickets. So guys, if you want to go viral, you want to be seen on social media, make sure that when you say something that it means something. Like you have something to say. It's not like everybody else. So find out what that thing is that you truly believe in your area of expertise. And if it's against what everyone else is doing and saying, be even louder about it. Because that small group of people who actually align with you and are afraid to say something themselves will be on your team. So I want to jump into some Q&A, James. If anyone's watching right now, our camera should stay steady now the whole time. I'm not sure what the problem was, but I think people overthink social media, and all you got to do is document your entire life. And when I say document, I don't mean like Gary V follow me around with a camera. I mean, at the end of the week, take a look at your appointment book and then take a look at everyone that came in and what did you do on this person? What was the situation that happened with that person's color or that cut? And then you either recreate it with a mannequin or you get the videos and the picture, whatever you have in your phone from the content you captured, and you tell the story about that client journey in your salon, how you took them from a level 4 to a level 9, the formula you used, all of that. That's another way of documenting. So if you just get the camera set up on a tripod and just film everything that you're doing, you have so much content that you can use that you could deliver valuable information to potential clients and educate potential stylists who need someone to mentor them. They want to work for somebody where they can actually grow their career, not just be stagnant working in a salon, hoping and praying for clients. So if you're an owner, your job is to build a personal brand so that every stylist in your community says to themselves, I want to go work for that person. I think they're amazing. And it's not about going viral. Like you could do a dance and get 1 million views. Like my last post, like last week, got 6 million views on it. May not be a lot for some people. It's a good amount for me on how big my audience is. Over 2,000 followers from that post, but not all of them were the right followers. So that post was great for me getting viral, but was it a success in me getting salon owners the help that they needed? Some maybe, like some people follow me because of that, because they're in the salon industry. But my other post, I got 1,500 views, maybe, delivered a way better message. I gave them a way better action plan on how to really maybe speak to their client or speak to their stylist in their salon. And I gave them it's the 5 love languages that I recreated for leadership. That had a way bigger impact on people who might want to be part of the Level Up Academy, or a stylist who really doesn't like the way their owner speaks to them, than the other post. And it only got maybe what's like 14,000 now, but in the beginning, only got 1,500 views. So, but that video was way better for my business than the one that went viral and got 6 million views. So I don't want you to be so hard on yourself about the views you get. Take a look at the shares, take a look at the saves, take a look at the follows you get. Because if someone follows you from a video, that means that they trust you and they want to hear what you have to say. They believe in what you have to say for the most part. You get these trolls every now and then that just want to follow you so they control you, but there's always gonna be trolls no matter what you do. But that's what you want to look at. Don't even look at the views. Look at, are people saving this for later? Are people sharing it with their friends? And are people following you off that video? And to find that, you can go to your professional dashboard, or you just go to your analytics. If you don't see something that says analytics, you click on the 3 dots by your video, and then it usually pops up for you. So James, I want to open the floor to some Q&A.
Yeah, we got a bunch of questions. We got this guy on YouTube. He said, "What are you doing? AI?"
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. That's what he asked. He said, "What are you doing?"
James, don't ask me dumb questions from people.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking social media. He might think because the camera is so good and I'm so handsome that he might think it's AI. That's what it might be.
We got at Saber Hair ATL. Doesn't matter what time I post because I've tried everything.
Honestly, in your settings, there's a way to view. Go to your professional dashboard, go to followers, scroll to the bottom. There's a way to view when your followers are most active. But if you're not getting anything, it's probably because your content's not great. Like, it's just like everybody else's content. Spend some time, like I said in the beginning of this video, really looking at what captures your attention and what are the things about these other videos that are going viral. Is there a hook? Is there a physical hook? Is there a verbal hook? Is there a title card on the video? Is there some kind of suspense? Like they keep you watching for longer. How's the perk? Do you say a lot in your videos? Do you look a little silly when you create videos? Here's a great trick for everyone watching right now or listening. If you're on the podcast listening, film yourself on your phone. Okay, get your phone out. Go for like 5 minutes if you can. Minute. Talk about a topic that you know very well. Then what I want you to do, don't watch it. Put your phone down. Give yourself like an hour or two. So you could like chill out. Give yourself a day if you have to. Now, the next day or an hour or two, pick your phone back up. I want you to raise the volume, put the phone down, and I want you to listen to yourself. I don't want you to watch yourself. I want you to listen to how you speak. How do you pronunciate? Do you say 1,500 times? Do you just make up words that don't make any sense? Then what I want you to do is pick the phone up, face it towards you, and I want you to lower the volume so you can't hear anything. It's completely silent. I want you to watch yourself. Watch your hand gestures. Watch your facial expressions. Watch how you speak to the camera. Do you have like a weird tick that you don't know you do because you're nervous? And a lot of people watch Instagram or TikTok or their phone, like they scroll through social media with no volume on. So if I were to come across this video, would I look silly? Would I look stupid? Or would I be like, oh, wow, a person looks like they know what they're talking about. They don't look nervous. Then what I want you to do is print out the transcript of what you just spoke about. And I want you to print it up. I want you to read it. What words don't belong there? Like, what don't you need to say? So you can be more concise with your content. Now, you heard it. You saw it with no sound. Now you're reading your transcript and the words that you said. Now, I don't want you to script this thing out. I just want you to kind of shoot off the hip, speak for a couple minutes. Do that every couple of days or every day and start refining how you create content. You'll become a better content creator. If you look at some of the most successful people in our industry, I think the kid's name is Louis Alfredo. You look at Carly from Blonde Chronicles, Jacob Kahn. Who else has really good content in our industry? I mean, there's a ton of people I can't think of off the top of my head right now. But these people just kept on doing it. They kept on doing it and showing up, and they got better, and they got better, and they got better. Had they stopped because they sucked, they would never have gotten this good. So I'm going to let you know right now, when you do this, you're going to suck. I was terrible. I still think my content's terrible. I don't like
I hear him every day.
I look at guys like Taki Moore. I'm like, fuck, man, he's brilliant. I look at Dan Martell. I'm like, fuck, he's brilliant. I look at Jacob Kahn. Like, I love the guy. Like, he's great content. I'm like, oh shit. Like, he's so smooth how he like does the haircut and he's funny and puts his humor in there. I still can't put my humor in my content. I'd probably get like kicked off of Instagram because my humor is pretty raunchy, but it's like I still aren't 100% myself. And I've been doing this for a while. Guys like Gary Vee. Do you realize he has been doing this every day for the last 25 years? A lot of times you're comparing yourself to these people who showed up every day for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you're expecting yourself to be as good as them. You'll never be as good as them today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in a month from now, maybe 2 months from now, but you won't be if you quit and you give up. So you have to be consistent. You have to show up consistently every day with your own personal brand, authentically you, speaking about shit that you truly care about and that matters to you and that is different from the other opinions of other people, and you will pick up traction. I promise you. James, next question.
Hair by Maka. She said, I feel like I don't have enough to talk about. I feel boring. And Kayla Marie Hair put, I agree.
Okay. You are boring to you. You're going to get bored of your marketing faster than your audience ever will. So, Maka, if I pronounce your name wrong, what do you do? James, is she hair?
Yeah, Hair by Maka.
Okay. So you might do extensions, color, cutting. There's so much to talk about. Product reviews. You can review every product that helps you get volume. You can review every product that's good for extensions. You can review every product that's bad for extensions. You can do battle of the brands. You can do battle of the brands when it comes to extension brands. You could compare scissors. You could talk about how to style your hair. Day 1 of a blowout, day 2 of a blowout, day 3 of a blowout, how to style your hair after the gym. You could talk about the effects of the sun on your hair. You could talk about the effects of winter on your hair. You could talk about why hair is falling out. You could talk about why you need a haircut every 6 to 8 weeks. You could talk about the damaging effects of well water on your hair. You could talk about damaging effects of sulfates. You could there's a million things to talk about.
Yeah, she does extensions specifically.
Perfect. Extensions. Why do people go bald from extensions? Because they're installed wrong. How to prevent that from happening. How to know as a client to know if your extensions are installed wrong, how that feels. Should you brush your hair with a boar brush or should you use a plastic bristle brush? How often should you get your move-ups? Can you bleach extensions? Can you color extensions? Can I trim extensions if they feel too heavy? Should I trim my extensions if they feel too heavy? What is the best hair extension brand in your opinion? That's an opinion content. Like you could talk about Bellamy versus Christian Michael. I think Christian Michael's better. And you can start voicing your opinion. You can start going to Sally's and start comparing the extension from Sally's or Amazon, order them online, do an unboxing, and then you use a curling iron and curl the extensions that you do on people against the ones they get at Sally's for $2 and see how they fry on the curling iron and melt because they're plastic and not real hair. What is Remy hair? I don't know what the fuck Remy hair is. Maybe you can explain that to people like a client who doesn't know what Remy hair is. How do you ethically source hair extensions? I mean, I just literally gave you a month's worth of content without using ChatGPT. You're welcome. There's no shortage. Every single client that comes in your chair that has a question during a consultation, you should document that and then use that for content. You're never going to run out of content, I promise you. It might be boring to you, but it's not boring to the person who doesn't know who you are, has never seen your content before. And with a billion of people on Instagram, not everyone's seen your content. So Instagram can show it to more people. That's more people to follow you, trust you, like you, and book an appointment with you.
Westwood, do you recommend taking notes of clients' names and last convos? Should one always continue having or adding to the last convo one had?
Oh my God, 100%. There's a really cool new product out called Plaid or Plaid. James, what's it called? Plaid? It's a thing you'll clip on your collar. It records all the conversations that are happening day to day. What you could do is record everything happening in your salon as you're doing hair. Take that, run it through AI, and have it give you the breakdown of every single appointment that you did that day. You could keep it in a Google Doc. You could attach it to the notes of that client in your booking software. Then, if you want to be a professional, before your next client comes in, take a look at the bullet points and the details. Or you can even have AI tell you, hey, what should I ask this person next time they come in based on our conversation today? Then what you do is you quickly look up Jennifer Lopez's appointment card and you're like, oh shit. Oh, she went to a wedding. Oh, she had a birthday. Oh, she had an anniversary. Then when she comes in, be like, oh, Jen, how was the anniversary party you went to? Like it was for your aunt, right? She thinks you're a genius. She thinks you're so intrigued because no one listens to her at work. Her husband doesn't even listen to her. Her kids ignore her. But yet you remembered her aunt's anniversary party that she went to that was in Peapack, Glasgow, New Jersey, that she had to take a rent-a-car to because her car had a flat tire and the lug nut was rusted on. Do you understand the value that you bring to that person because you paid such close attention to the depth of your conversation that you didn't have to pay attention to? It was literally in the notes from AI. That alone, James, that's real right there, by the way. That whole little snippet I just said. Bookmark that one. But yeah, that's what you can do with that's how you should take notes for your clients. Next question, we got one. Guys, if you like this information, you can do this live every day, like in my community with me. So there's something called the Level Up Academy. Like I'm going to be doing a lot more lives to help you out because I feel like the industry has just turned to shit with content. So I'm trying to deliver enough information for you to really get yourself out of the hole that you're in, because I hear people blaming the economy and blaming everything else rather than not taking accountability for their lack of professionalism when it comes to creating content. You could become a superstar. People will literally fly in to have you do their hair if you show up authentically yourself consistently on social media. They will fly from Beverly Hills to Alabama if you're the best.
Rob Hair Artisan, can you recommend the best equipment to use to make reels? Best mic, best AI editor, etc.
All right. Honestly, I like the Sony A7 IV, but when you talk professional, the new iPhone 17 has a dynamite camera on it. I would say get the Rode or the DJI. James, is it?
You want to get the Rode Go mics or the DJI?
Get the Rode Pros. Don't get the Rode Goes. Get the DJI or the Rode Pros, and they have this better sound because you want the better quality sound. Because in the salon, the blow dryers are going off. You want to make sure that it picks up your voice only. Sound's more important if you're doing speaking content. If you're doing just voiceovers, a regular plug-in mic with a USB-C to your phone's perfect. It's fine. You can spend like $8 on Amazon. Your iPhone's perfect. Make sure you really master the settings so you get the proper aperture and light exposure and all that other shit that goes on with your iPhone. Spend some time on YouTube dissecting it. There may be an app that you could get and download to your iPhone, so it's easier for you to set that up for you. And then when it comes to editing, Submagic is pretty good. But honestly, Premiere Rush, the new edits app for Instagram, just become a student of editing. I prefer Final Cut Pro, but again, I'm turning my personal brand. I'm creating a media company. So I need to have the cameras, the lights, the better microphones, because I'm fully invested in this for my career. The better my content is, the better quality it is, the more impact I'll have because people will pay attention because it doesn't suck. It doesn't rape your ears because my microphones are terrible. Like you want to make sure that if someone's watching, it's enjoyable. So in the beginning, it's not gonna be the best. Then you get a light because you're, at nighttime, in the wintertime, the sun goes on earlier. So I would say a good, like a light, like I have over there in a corner, but you can't see it. A flat LED light's really good. I want to get the ring lights. I don't like the color they give you. You want to get something you could warm up and dim down. There's I think they're like 40, $50 on Amazon. They're decent.
They're more expensive than that.
I don't know. They're $80 maybe.
The ones that we have are.
Well, this one I got from the camera store. It's like $80, I think. It was really maybe 110.
That came with me from Vegas.
No, this one right here, this flat LED I got from the camera store. Your big one's like $400 or $500. The big bulb light, that's expensive, but that's all you need. And I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna bring it over here. That's it right there. It's a flat LED light.
The lighting is the most important thing. People don't realize you have the best camera in the world. If your lighting isn't proper, it's not going to look good.
So if your iPhone's set up right with the proper like aperture and exposure and stuff, and your lighting's dialed in, it looks like you're having a $10,000 camera. So that's important. Now with AI, you can run your video through an AI like editor, and it will clean up some of the exposure and the lighting and help you out. But it won't correct a real shitty quality video. If your lighting's really off, it just makes it look weird. So iPhone 17, it's pretty good. It's actually really good. And then I would say invest the money in the mics at first, then invest the money in the lighting. Even though the lighting's really, really important, with natural sunlight, if you have a window in your salon, you can shoot it right from there.
Yeah, you can get lighting. The natural sunlight is
so
the best,
DJI, Rode, those are 2 brands for mics. iPhone's perfect. If not, Sony makes a lot of great mirrorless cameras that are phenomenal. And then you could double down on it and take pictures, stills for the salon as well. And then a flat LED panel light that you could dim and you could warm and cool. So you get the proper temperature.
It's very important. If you're going to spend the money on a mirrorless camera, don't go with one of the Canons or anything like that. A lot of people make that mistake. They are a little cheaper. They're very good cameras, like the Canon Rebels, but they have 30-minute record times. You can only record video for 30 minutes at a time. So a lot of people are like, well, why can't I make longer videos? And they have no clue. The Sonys allow unlimited time. I believe the Panasonic allows unlimited video time.
You can change the setting. There's like a shortcut on the Panasonics. If you think you're stuck, you're not. The Lumix, I know you could unlock it and create unlimited record time.
But Sony is the best mirrorless for unlimited video.
I didn't believe James at first, and then I got one because the other guy I had come to my salon to film content had a Sony, and so I just got one the next day.
Yeah,
it's dynamite. Like it really is.
They're unbelievable.
The lens is where you're spending the money, though.
Yeah.
The camera might be a couple thousand, but the lens is like, I don't know, how much is this lens, James?
Your lens is like $2,000, dude.
Yeah. So the whole set was like $5,000 for the camera and the lens.
It's not a cheap setup.
But here's the deal: if you have really good content, and you might drop, let's say $2,000 for everything, between like a decent camera and your microphone and maybe the lighting, but that content brings in 50 new clients in 3 months, and the average ticket is $200. It paid for itself. Next question, James.
My biggest suggestion though is don't let the equipment stop you from making content.
100%.
Just make content.
Here's what you do. Before you even, everyone listening right now, before you invest money in equipment, take your iPhone, dedicate 100 days to filming every single day and creating content every single day. The money you make from the new clients coming in your door, you take that money and then you use that profit, that extra revenue coming in, and then you buy the camera with that.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
A lot of people get held up by like, oh, I don't have the right equipment, I don't have this, I don't have that, so I can't create content.
They 100% they give it the lack of equipment the excuse. We have the best device, the iPhone, to create content with out of anything else in the world. Sometimes I'd rather just shoot it on my iPhone. Here's what happens though. Because you didn't build a habit of creating content yet, you spend the money on all the other shit, and then it sits in a corner of your salon and you never use it. Then you take a class like mine, you get inspired, and you're like, oh, I'm going to create content again. And you do it one day, and you're like, oh, this camera's outdated. Oh, the lighting broke.
Oh, this is a lot of work.
I can't find the microphone. I got to order a new one. So then you order a new one, and by the time it takes to come in the mail again, you lost your mojo, and now you have one lost microphone, one brand new one still in the box, and a camera you never used. And so now you're $10,000 in the hole for all this equipment that you can't find, you don't use. I know this because I did that. How many times I invested money in equipment that I just misplaced and didn't use, had to buy it again. It's just get in the habit of creating content. You'll make better content. And then as you get momentum and followers and you start getting more likes and more shares and you start becoming an authority in your area of expertise, then you have a better camera and then more eyeballs are on you. And then it makes sense. All right, James.
We have Westwood wanted to know what the name of that necklace was. It's not an app, it's a necklace. It's like an actual piece of technology that you wear. It's wild.
Oh, it's called plaid or plaid or plaid. It's just like a lavalier mic that just records everything you're saying.
You wear it as a necklace.
You can wear it as a necklace. Like if you see me wearing like a rope, that's my microphone normally. All right, James. I got one more question. I got to jump into the community.
We got a couple.
All right, fire through them.
Soy Amato, I've been doing a lot of what you're saying. I feel like My views are very low on socials, but my phone and books are somewhat busy, not as busy as I would like to be. I have lost so much interest in social media because there's no interactions.
All right. If you're getting busier, maybe boost some of your posts to get a little to trigger the engagement a little bit more. But I would really focus on your first 3 seconds of the reel or the video. Carousels do phenomenal. And when we, like a carousel post where you could put a couple different things up and people can slide through, they do really well right now for engagement. But what I would do is take a look at what you like again, see what's going kind of viral, and recreate it with your expertise. If you can, whoever just said that comment, if you're listening, send me some of your posts. I'm going to do an audit of your Instagram account. Actually, I'll do it real quick right now because I can, because I'm not using my phone. James, what's that handle?
Soy Amato _.
All right, let's see this real quick. Soy. SOY Amato.
Yep. AMADO _.
DO or TO?
DO as in dog.
From a different country?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got a flag there.
The boost.
Maybe Jamaica. I can't really see my phone. All right, cool.
The boost creates spam. I did that, but they really just create spam.
You got to select your audience. So pick a 4 or 5 mile radius around your salon and select who you want to. Boosts don't create spam, by the way. Like I make lots of money by advertising posts. So they just definitely don't create spam. You just have to make sure you're advertising with the right selected, like the right selections on who you're showing the boosted reels to.
Your targeted audience.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going through your posts right now. I don't know who you are.
They're from South Africa.
South Africa. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just seeing backs of heads here. Bookings open. Like I have your first post says bookings are open. I don't know why I should book with you. I would like to see you smiling, talking. Be like, hey guys, my name is Nick, and I specialize in curly haircuts. If you're ever struggling with getting the right type of cut for your type of curl, here are 3 tips that you could tell your stylist next time you sit in the chair if you have this type of curl. And then you create that like every day for each type of curl pattern. And guess what's going to happen? They're not going to go to the other stylist. They're going to go to you because you gave them the information. But like this post right here, it's just showing the back of the head. If you could, do you have a voiceover on this? Let me see. No, you have the blow dryers going in the back of this video. That's so loud and obnoxious that I don't even want to watch anymore. I'm going to get off. I won't even, if I'm scrolling and somehow my sound is on and I hear that blaring blow dryer, I'm off your post. It doesn't mean it's a bad picture or video of hair. What it does say to Instagram though, is, ooh, this got somebody off their post right away. Let's not show it to anybody else. So make sure you mute your videos or your reels or put music behind it. Cool. And if you put music behind it, make sure you lower your video sound so you don't hear this like this. Now I'm hearing that when I'm watching. It's not good.
You know, let's watch that.
The hair is beautiful. Like this post right here, your hand's just holding hair. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. So put some text on the screen. You're showing the split ends is what I'm guessing. But put some text on the screen so I know exactly what I'm looking at first. Like I have zero idea.
When people are looking at content, they shouldn't be guessing at what they're looking at. They should know exactly what they're looking at within the first 3 seconds.
Honestly, I'm going to break your balls a little bit here right now. So this picture right here, I like the color. Let me see what you're advertising here. Small changes make a big difference. Rome was built in a day. Small steps, layered cut. From a professional standpoint, I don't like the way this is laying. You have hair flipping that way, hair flipping that way, hair flipping under. I would have polished the finished result a little more. And I probably would have filmed you polishing the result, showing how you cut the hair rather than showing the after. Show how you cut the layers and how you point cut the ends to create a soft layered effect, because Rome wasn't built in a day and you're gradually putting layers in the hair. That would have a bigger impact on it. This hair is crazy as hell. Love the opening scene, by the way. Like how it's this one here. and then how you polished it. I would like to see some
sound?
cutting. Hear sound. Hear the sound in there. Okay.
The YMC action.
Actually, love how you did this, by the way. Love the transition of the sound. That was cool. But again, I would put some text over the screen so they know what they're talking about. They know what they're watching. And love your neighbor as yourself. Mark 12:31. You're showing some of your personality there, some of your faith. That's good. Again, remove, right? You have this trimming up here, but let's see you cut the hair. Let's talk about why hair looks like this in the first place and how it actually looks healthier. Her hair looks better. Yeah. I mean, you're good at what you do. Let's see some more education in there. If you're the curly hair expert, be the curly hair expert. All right, James, I got time. Blow through the questions. We'll do rapid fire Q&A because I got to jump into the Shopify call today.
A couple people want you to look over their content now.
Yeah, guys, if you want tomorrow's Wednesday, message me on Instagram and I'll go through and we'll take a record of everyone's content and we'll start doing like a content audit. We can do that tomorrow.
Rooted Hair Studio MI. I feel like only hairstylists see my stuff, not actual clients.
I probably have to look at your content too, because you're not giving advice. If you gave very valuable tips, like I gave the other gentleman or woman in my other message about extensions, the girl who talked about extensions. If you recorded every consultation you had and got every question your clients had while they sat in your chair, and then you addressed those publicly on your Instagram, I guarantee you more than one person has that challenge or that question with their hair. And I bet you if they don't have that challenge, but she vented to her girlfriend about X, Y, and Z that she's dealing with her hair, that person will probably send it to that person, be like, hey, here's the solution to your problem. And then they would be like, oh, I had this problem too. I'm going to send it to Jen who has that problem. Jen's like, oh, my mom has that problem. Next thing you know, it goes viral. You need to make sure you're showcasing solutions to challenges that people have about hair. You want to think of these 4 areas: your experience, how experienced you are, your expertise, your authoritativeness, how much authority you have in that cutting, coloring niche. And then you want trustworthiness. If I could look at your content and be like, wow, she has a lot of experience doing this particular thing. I don't care if it's 1 year. You look like an expert at it. So you're an expert, you have experience. Wow, you have authority. Like you actually speak about these challenges and you have solutions to them. You must be great at what you do. That means I can trust you now because I'm looking at all your work. Then I could click on your link to your website. I'm like, oh, look at all these reviews. Look at all these transformations. Look at all the wonderful things people are saying about this person. Now I trust you. I think you have, well, obviously you have the experience. You are an expert because I'm watching your content reel after reel, post after post. And I'm like, they're an authority on curly hair. I'm going to book an appointment with that person. So every piece of content, like, does this showcase my expertise? Does this show that I'm an authority on this particular area of hair or skincare? And if a client saw this, would they trust me enough to follow me, save this, click the link, and book an appointment? If it doesn't, don't post it. If it does, post it. All right, guys. So that is it for today. If any questions, please feel free to drop me a question at Nick Marabella on Instagram. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Don't just like not watch this. I don't really like to on YouTube over edit my stuff. I just want to give raw, unfiltered, tangible content you can actually use in your salon and to build your career. If you're a salon owner and you're like, holy shit, I'm really struggling right now. Like, even if you're not really struggling, if you're like, there has to be a better way, like I'm making a lot of money, but I just want to get away from behind the chair, shoot me a message on Instagram at Nick Marabella. I got something called the Level Up Academy. I think it will be great for you if you're a good fit to help get you to that next level in your career. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be opening up the next level stylist again for people. So if you're a hairstylist, you're going to have access to my part of the community where I just train my own internal team and other hairstylists. I'm going to be partnering up with one of my other clients in the community named Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. And we're going to unveil that whole entire partnership in the next few weeks. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.